Alright, welcome back to Amatsutsumi. Late at night, after everyone had already gone to sleep, Kyouko comes to my room. Perhaps the way she's dressed is a sign of her resolve?
すみません。こんな夜分になって。
I don't mind. How do you feel?
おかげさまで、今はまあまあです。少し頭痛がしたんですけど、寝る前にマナちゃんが言霊で抑えてくださいました。
I see. I'm honestly amazed that Mana would do something like that. She must really like Kyouko. So, have you come to a decision?
まだ、迷っています。誠くんの気持ち、鈴鹿の気持ち。それを無下にするのは心苦しいと思います。
The fear of your loved ones dying, the hope and desire for them to live, and the wish for the ones you seek to live happily. You understand all these, don't you?
はい。
She struggles to find the words to reply.
でもだからこそ、鈴鹿に生きていてほしいって願っているんです。もちろん、残される側の辛さもわかっています。でも、最初にいなくなったのは鈴鹿です。私をかばって、犠牲になって、私はそれが辛くて。
I'm sure she's known what I'm trying to say from the beginning. She knows that Suzuka won't be happy to be saved by Kyoko's death. And yes.
でも、いいんです。私の幸せは、鈴鹿が生き返ることにあるんですから。鈴鹿だって、私が幸せになるためだったら、最後は許してくれると思います。甘いかもしれません。でも、
Dying for Suzuka's sake is your idea of happiness?
生きることだけが幸せとは限りませんから。
Even so, I don't think you need to give up on finding happiness in life.
そうやって幸せになろうと努力したことで、かえって不幸になるかもしれません。生きてこそ、というのなら、それこそ、あんな幼くして死んでしまった鈴鹿は何だったのかということになります。自らの死を選んだ鈴鹿の意志を尊重するなら、私のこの気持ちも同じこと。そうは、思っていただけませんか？
She smiles. I was ready to try to persuade Kyouko to live, but she's come prepared to persuade me to let her die. I promised her that I do keep everyone smiling and happy. But this is not the kind of smile I want to protect. If I deny Kyouko her idea of happiness, that will be breaking my promise. I know that, and yet, I want her to live. Kyouko, don't you have any regrets?
それは、もちろん、いろいろありますよ。
It's a nasty question, I know. Even if she has accepted her own death, she must have at least some regrets. If she didn't, she would have transferred her life force entirely to Suzuka a long time ago. So my question has no purpose but to try to remind Kyouko of reasons she might want to keep living. If she hesitates here, that could create the opening I need to convince her not to go through with it.
でも、仕方がありません。鈴鹿だって、家族にお別れを言うことはできなかったんですから。私だけいい思いをするわけにはいきませんよね。
I don't know where she saw through my scheme, but her eventual answer is not encouraging. Okay, that might be so. But what about my regrets?
え？
Can't you think about how hard it will be for me to live on after I've lost you? She thinks deeply, as though she wasn't prepared for this line of attack.
形見代わりに、こういうのはいかがでしょうか。
Her eyes shimmering in the darkness of the room, she draws close and places her lips against mine. Well, This will definitely sit in the back of my head for quite some time, so... The back of her neck, her back, her hips, squeeze, squeeze. Start to... okay. Let them have their fun! Jesus, I was too focused, giggled a little bit from her winking at me. Ah! Not the right place! Jesus. After making love to Kyouko, I'm more acceptant than ever. Kyouko is dear to me. And in the same way, so is Suzuka. They're each one person among the everyone I swore to protect. But people I've never met don't fall under that umbrella. To me, it's like they don't exist. Before I left the village was my whole world. Now my life here in this town is my world. So if I lose one of the people who make up the foundation of my life, it would be no different from my whole world collapsing. In that case, there's no need for me to hesitate.
Makoto-kun.
Kyouko, you ever awake?
いえ、うとうとしていて、今目が覚めたところです。
She sits up in bed and adjusts her clothes. Perhaps because we just finished making love, she seems a little lethargic. But there's no hesitation on her face. The original goal of easing your fear seems to have been accomplished. You won't change your mind? I had hoped that by sleeping with her, rather than resolving her regrets, I might be able to create a new one.
ごめんなさい。でも、本当に幸せな時間でした。
It seems my plan didn't work. Kyouko really is incredibly stubborn. But that's just a part of who she is. It doesn't make me angry.
ありがとうございました。
It's not something you need to thank me for.
そうかもしれませんね。でも、言いたかったんです。
She giggles and closes her eyes again. It seems she's fallen asleep again. While I gaze at her sleeping face, I think hard about what I should do next. Don't think about the thanks, don't think about the thanks, don't think about the thanks. Chapter 9. After a night of fitful sleep, I wake up at the break of dawn. I decide to take a walk, hoping that the fresh air will calm me down. The streets are very quiet early in the morning, but even so, I can sense the bustle of human activity inside the buildings. Today is the day of the water lantern ceremony. Kyoko's probably still asleep, but I wonder what Suzuka is doing. As Kyoko's ideal Suzuka, what did she think when she visited her family? She seemed to have felt nostalgic about Koichi, but strictly speaking, that emotion wasn't something that came directly from her. It was a shadow, created by Kyouko based on her imagination of what the Suzuka she knew would have felt. This Suzuka isn't a ghost formed from the soul of the original Suzuka. One extreme interpretation is that Kyouko is throwing away her current body and life, and rebuilding herself as a ghost in Suzuka's image. Poetic. The question is, what does that mean? It's just a folly of a living human being acting for her own self-satisfaction, with no actual connection to the dead at all? When you've lost something with no hope of getting it back, you can't help but want to fill that hole in you somehow. That's a very natural emotional reaction. The majority of people are probably incapable of ever fully accepting the concept of death, their own or anyone else's. All they can do when someone dies is to keep living with the discomfort and dissonance of it. I think that's why people have funerals, visit graves, and hold water lantern ceremonies. By mourning the dead, they process those feelings. I only hope that Kyouko herself can admit these things. And I can only pray that tonight's water lantern ceremony will provide a good opportunity for her to process her own feelings.
あ、 遇だね。
Indeed, my good laddie. As I continue wandering down the road, I suddenly ran into Suzuka. She really looks nothing like a ghost anymore. She looks like a normal little girl. It sure is. But there might have been something that drew us together.
まあそうかも。
She admits it, smiling brightly.
私は京子の魂からできてるけど、その媒介になったのは誠くんだから。何かどこかでちょっとだけつながっているものがあるのかもしれないね。
What did you think? Seeing the Asakawa household?
不思議な感じだったよ。なんていうか、確認かな。
A confirmation?
こういう家族の中で育った人が、京子の中の鈴鹿、自分を生み出したんだなっていう。ご先祖様を見ている気分ってとこ？
She was.
すごく明るくて、楽しそうで、ああ、いいな、こういうのって思った。懐かしさも感じたけど、自分があそこに収まるような、そういうイメージは湧かなかったよ。
I see. As someone who used this kotodama to infiltrate the Oribe household, I don't really know how to feel about that.
だから、やっぱり自分が消えるべきかなって、改めて思った。消えるというのも正確じゃないかな。京子の中に帰る感じ？
Yeah. It's strange. This Suzuka was born from Kyoko's own desires, and yet she accepts the need for her to disappear. Meanwhile, Kyoko herself shows no sign of accepting that. It seems contradictory. Wait, no. They're actually the same, in the sense that they both want to sacrifice themselves for the other. I don't think Suzuka's version of that desire is more logical and objective though.
ちょうど今夜は灯籠流しもあるし、お別れするにはなかなかいいタイミングだよね。
Yes, but Kyoko seems to be thinking she'll be the one who's going to say goodbye tonight.
はあ、そう。意固地で困ったね。まあ、私が言うのも変な話だけど、私と誠くんの二人で頑張って説得するしかないかな。
Yes, I hope she listens to us in the end. In the worst case, well, I'll have to think about using my kotodama.
ま、ここで悩んでいてもしょうがない。やるだけやってみるしかないでしょ。とにもかくにも夜だね。それまで束の間の生を楽しむことにするよ。
She smiles brightly and it's precious. Suzuka said she wanted to wander around town until nightfall, so I let her go on her way as I returned home. I told Kyoko that we are going to meet up with Suzuka at the shrine when the ceremony started. Kyoko was working harder than an hour this morning, helping out at the cafe. She spit outside the entrance, wiped down the window sills, helped with the cooking, and even tried her hand at being a waitress. Hey. I was worried about her worsening health, but at least from the looks of it, she seemed well enough to be up and about. Maybe she was pulling together her last reserves of strength, thinking she do have no use for them soon. Then, in the afternoon, she headed out towards the shrine. I went with her and helped to sweep the grounds again. After that, she served tea and snacks to the water lantern ceremony crew, and went and said hello to various people. I'm sure none of them suspected that she intended it to be her last time meeting them. Once we're done helping out at the shrine, we returned to Cafe Origami, and Kyoko went to Kokoro's room to rest for a while. She must have been tired after today's work, and wanted to be fresh for the ceremony. While she slept, I am mean the counter in the cafe.